Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Today we're talking about helping others. This subject is so wide and so and so and so extensive that I didn't even know how to put everything in. But I think I will cover the main points and we can go from there. But I think this subject is very crucial, especially when you're trying to become feminine, but you have this heaviness on you that you need to help others and save others and all that. Especially because in feminine energy, you're not supposed to be doing that. Also, the inspiration for this video was an inscription in a mosque. I actually was passing by. One mosque in my hometown, and I was surprised how what it says there. So the saying was, "Nothing angers the god more than gossiping, begging, and thoughtless spending of money." So don't basically the request was not to give beggars any money, and I was surprised because usually churches are encouraging people to help poor people, and I started thinking about this, thinking about helping others, and decided to do this live. Now, remember, I am a Reiki master. I work with energy, so my perception will be from the energetic side. So I'm not a moral police here. I'm not going to tell you to help or don't help. It's up to you. I will just tell you from an energetic standpoint what it means and whether you're doing it right or wrong, and then you decide for yourself. I mean, up to you. You want to help, you help, but make sure that you're doing it from a right perspective, from the right, like you're doing it not because it is expected of you or because you're trying to get something out of it, but because you truly and really want to do this. um, Now, I'm not sure how you were, but when I was growing up, I had I had I had this kind of beliefs installed in me and maybe in my mind that I had to help others, to share with others, and often the priorities of others should have been prioritized over mine. Now, thanks God, it was not mostly from my parents. My parents really didn't care much on that stuff, but it was from the society that I grew up in, from the teachers, from the kindergarten nannies, from all that. So I remember this since I was little. So if I'm playing with the toy and somebody else wants to play with the toy, I should share the toy with somebody else, because then I'm a better person and that other kid is happy. Now, I never could understand at that time, why should I give the toy if I'm also enjoying? Why should the enjoyment of one person should be over my enjoyment? But I grew up in such society, and I think a lot of you also. And right now we have these issues in us that are spoiling, so to say, our life and our life experience. Now, um, after we grew up, and now since we have this encrypted in us, we basically think that to fix our own issues is not a priority. Instead, we should kind of be helping and fixing issues of others, especially people that are close to us. At least I don't know how you, but this is what I see from my clients, from myself, from my friends, and the people that are living a fulfilling life, that are experiencing life, are the ones that are actually, you would say, selfish and are not helping nobody. They're focused on themselves and on their needs. Now, so why do people help energetically? This is what I'm talking to you as an energy person, as a person who works with energy. So despite whatever I said, people do help for selfish reasons. Our mind, our consciousness is very selfish. Thanks God to that. So no matter how many times somebody was telling me, "Hey, you need to help others to be a better person," I was doing it not because I wanted to help that other person, but because I wanted to be a better person. And you need to remember this: that we always, no matter what, we always do something for our own selfish reasons, so to say. So, for example, um, you would you would think that you are helping others because you want to help. No, you're helping others because you're getting something. So, what can you get? Most of the people are getting some energy, so they are getting energy in return. So for example, I'm helping somebody and they're like, oh, thank you very much, I'm going to I'm so grateful. So I got this energy back from that person, so okay, I feel good, kind of. I got a little bit of energy for doing pretty much nothing. Also to get some kind of satisfaction. So for some people, helping others is satisfaction, especially if it's a masculine person, masculine woman or masculine man. They grew in this in caring for others, so when they have an opportunity to help others, they really feel satisfied. They feel like they didn't waste the day, they developed it today somehow. The third reason, energetic reason, is because it's often we don't know how to help ourselves and we're helping others. We're thinking that if we help others, unconsciously again, we will find a way to help ourselves, or we expect it from others to help us. So if I don't know how to solve my issue, I think that I will advise others, and hopefully they will kind of advise me in some kind of vice versa. I will get some kind of answers. This is this happens very often. You would be surprised, but I encourage you to look into this. It does happen very often. And one more reason is you're earning something. You're trying to get something from helping others. So for example, you might be learning or earning some love, or maybe some kind of attention. So for example, um, you learn from childhood that if you help somebody, they tell you, oh, you're such a good person, you get some kind of praise. And since then you trying to earn love or attention or praise or something, which is wrong. This just means that you don't believe that you deserve love and attention and everything without doing any kind of work. So these are the reasons why you might be wanting to do some kind to help others. Whether you will tell me whatever you will tell me, these are energetic reasons. So you might say, "No, I'm just loving to help others." It's not true. Nobody is loving to help others. We're selfish. Our consciousness here to expand ourselves and to experience ourselves. No consciousness will want to, okay, so I'm here to help others and not focus on yourself. This is not true. This is impossible to say. I'm telling you this as an energy worker. No, no, I work with people's energy. I know even when I am filling up other people with energy, they trying to grasp mine. So I know for a fact that energy is never it never wants to help others. Energy only looks out for itself, and this is normal. Okay, so when we're helping others, this is another intake you need to remember. When we're helping others, we're creating energetic pressure for the most part. How do we create this energetic pressure? We have some kind of expectations. For example, you always greet your neighbors. Now, this is not even help, but still, you always greeting your neighbors. You expect others to greet you. Whether you want it or not, you will have that expectation somehow. Now, for example, you always holding the door for somebody to walk in. The time when you will need to get in and people will not hold the door for you, you will feel very you will feel bad. Like me, for example, I wouldn't care because I don't hold doors for nobody. I mean, if it's like if it's on my way, if I walked in and the door is there, I will kind of hold it a little bit, but I wouldn't be going out of my way to hold the door. So I don't expect nobody to hold the door for me. But if I would be holding the door for others, I would um, unknowingly expect the same kind of help for myself. So when we're helping others, we're creating this energetic pressure that is hanging on us and on the society outside of us. And this is not really good. For only for that, I would cancel helping to any for like I would cancel and I completely forbid helping others. Now, but you do still want to help, like me. I mean, I do consultations, I help people. So when can you help? You need to help only when you are asked. So I never give advice to anybody unless I'm asked. When you are compensated somehow, so you need to be seriously asked, not like If a friend is just complaining to you and she just wants to vent, and you're over there giving her advice or trying to help her, I mean, she didn't ask you. She only wanted the free ears to talk about it. So this is not asking. Now, asking would be like she would say, what do you think I should do next? Should I do this or should I do that? This would be asking. Now you can kind of put do something, give you advice or help her somehow. The second point here is you need to be compensated. There must be energy exchange. Remember, if you will help and there is no energy exchange, so you and your friend, let's say, you always like this. If you are not getting some kind of energy exchange, the energy will switch. So it's that she will be down, you will be up, or vice versa. You need to make sure that anytime you help, you get in some kind of energy exchange. Like me, when I do consultations, I do them because I'm asked to do them. I am compensated. We're still even. So I got my energy, they got my help or my expertise or something. We're on the same level. This is perfect. Like the energy did not. We just exchanged the energy, but we're staying on the same level. The same like if I would ask somebody to help me and I pay for it or I give something in return, the energy is still the same. I want you to understand this. So there is even a saying I put here. I remember this saying so very much. There is a saying, help somebody when he needs it, and he will remember you next time he needs help. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Um, you don't connect with people just because you can help them. You need to connect with them on different levels. And usually, if you have a lot of people in your surrounding that needs help, it's because you connecting only with people by doing them favors. You probably won't be able to connect with people that don't need your help. Think about that. All right, the third point is don't hang in the situation, help and move on. Keep the focus on yourself at all times. This is also very important, especially for my empathetic people. I remember I had a friend. She had problems all the time. I think she just liked to solve problems, and she liked to include other people in this in her situations. So she would tell me her situation. We kind of brainstorm. We find a solution for her situation. Then she already forgot about that situation, moved on, and I still keep thinking about that situation. Energetically, it is wrong because it was very draining for me, and I was not paying much attention to my life because I was so preoccupied with her situations and her overall life. Was it beneficial for me at that time? Yeah, it was. I was not paying attention to my life, and I was not focusing on the problems that I had for myself. Um, that's basically it. It doesn't mean that it was wrong or right. At that moment, it was my life basically. So don't hang in the situation. If you already help somebody, if somebody asks you, then help and move on. Don't expect nothing back. Don't think about this. Don't just don't focus on it for too long. Another point is you need to take the energy back from the situation. Make sure that you take back energy from every situation, especially if you're helping somebody. This is important. It is very, very crucial. Because if you are putting too much of your energy into somebody's situation, into somebody's problem, you hanging in that situation. You hanging in the energy of that situation. You shouldn't be doing that. Um, First of all, you're creating energetic pressure on that situation, and the situation is not solving. You need to let it be for it to solve on its own. Um, there was another point is it's actually a good point. I'm not sure whether you read the book by Joe Vitale, but he had a few books, and in one of them he advised to help others to solve their issues, so then your issue could be solved. This is a good point. And you would say, well, Anastasia, it contradicts what you're saying right now. Yes, but for some reason, it is a little easier to find a solution when they're not focusing on themselves. So helping may be good, but you need to be wise about that. You need to help for a reason. You see, when he advised to help others so you can find a solution for yourself, again, it is from a selfish standpoint. You're doing it because you want to get something for yourself. So don't help just because you are just this a philanthropist. You want to help because you want something, and keep that in mind all the time. And don't feel obviously bad for that. Now, another point is you need to understand that this helping others is in your life for a reason. So realize, why is this situation in your life? Do you have a similar one? You see, we only are bothered and we want to help others if that situation somehow triggers us or bothers us. If I will get a client, well, I will never get a client that couldn't get, that is absolutely bothered that he couldn't find a car, a particular car. I wouldn't even know how to assist, because it would never bother me. I mean, it's something that will never trigger me. Most of my clients and their issues are somewhat familiar to me. Either I went through them or I have them in my life right now. You see, everybody around us is helping us to develop. So if there is somebody who urgently needs your help, who urgently needs your some kind of assistance, that means that you have the same problem and you just need to focus on yourself and solve that issue within yourself. But be thankful that that person appeared in your life, because obviously he or she appeared in your life for a reason, and they are showing you what you need to work on. Another point to remember when you're helping others: if you are helping others, you are unconsciously putting yourself above another person. It is good if you will even the energy, but often we don't even the energy. And if you will get used to be above other people all the time, you will be only drawing people that needs help into your life. And obviously, that's not what you want. You want to draw people that are strong and that are on the same level as you are. Now, you see, if you will meet somebody who you really admire, who you really respect, you will never even think about giving an advice. You would be so admired and enamored by that person that you would be like, you would never even dare that you would never think that they might need an advice from you or help from you. So no advice and no help. Ideally, you should, talking about advice, you should give advice to somebody who is asking you and giving you some kind of exchange, energy exchange, even if it's just a gratitude, but a sincere gratitude and you're satisfied with it. But you can advise and help without request and without energy exchange only to your children until the age of maturity. So until they're 18 or 21 in United States, or 18 in most of the countries, that's the time when you can really advise and help without any kind of energy exchange, or without the request. Now, often I see people helping and advising their own parents. This is wrong. You need to make sure that you don't do that. It is crucial. Remember, parents are above you in the system of life. If you didn't watch my dialogue on relationship with parents, please do watch. It's important. It is crucial that you don't teach and don't give advice to your parents. Why? Because parents are your roots. And when you start teaching and advising them, you will feel weak yourself. You think that you're stronger, you're in control, you're more powerful. But in fact, energetically, you will feel weaker, because your roots are weak right now and you are realizing that. So you wouldn't feel as secure and confident as you would if you wouldn't be interfering with your help for your parents. I mean, sometimes obviously parents do need help. Um, I understand that, but it shouldn't be your constant, like your primary kind of role. You shouldn't be always thinking how to help, how to advise your parents. You shouldn't be. This is wrong. Now, me as a grown-up person, I also shouldn't be asking and expecting for the help and advice from my parents, from my mom, because I'm already grown up. I'm mature. I am supposed to make my own decisions. Yeah, sometimes I ask my mom for advice, and I'm grateful for it. But I'm not expecting anything. Like, I'm not expecting her help, because she doesn't have to give me that help or that advice. Now, also, you need to distinguish between help and advice and opinion. You can only give advice, and you only can help if if you have the right expertise. Like me, for example, a few videos back, I put a video about astrocartography, and a couple people asked me to do a consultation and help them understand where they're standing on astrocartography. What would be the best choice? What would be the best place for them to live? Where should they move? Where should they travel? And I told them I'm not an expert in this. I really could not give you, like, I could not do the consultation. Why? Because I'm not an expert in it. I'm not an astrologist, so I wouldn't be. It wouldn't be right for me to take money for something that I don't know. It is just my opinion. Astrocartography video on astrocartography was my opinion. It's more like my hobby than really my subject that I know well. So remember that. Don't ask for not like that. Don't expect energy exchange for something that you are not proficient at. Remember that. So what to do now? You kind of keep all this, keep in mind all these points. But now, what to do? How to get over the need of helping others, because it is programmed in us. First of all, you need to remember people seldom take advice, anyways. Yes, because everybody is just giving them for no reason. Yeah, as I said in my previous videos, when you're sounding like an when you when you make too much noise like an empty bucket, I mean, people stop paying attention to you. So like your words should be valuable. So how to get over the need of helping others? Well, first of all, you need to understand that people are having their own experiences and their own growth and their own development. So they allow them to live their lives and experience their experiences. Don't try to help everybody just because you think they need help. I mean, most of the time, people are satisfied in their situation and they need to find their own way out of those situations. Like me, for example, I'm very empathetic. So I was helping everybody, and whether they asked me for help or not, I was ready to to contribute to any kind of cause and anything, just because I was so, like, I thought that if I will contribute, if I help others, at one point I will be able to help myself, or maybe somebody will come and save me and help me, like that. um, right now I don't jump on the opportunities to help everybody. I mean, if it's not out of my way, I will help. If somebody asks me to help, I will help. I would not expect nothing from it. I obviously will not go out of my way to help somebody. um, like, and I don't feel any kind of guilt or anything about that, because this is just right. Energetically, it is right. Everybody have their own experience. I remember I had an employee. She had issues with her husband, and they had I didn't know, but I guess it was for them like a role play. She got issues with the husband all the time. So me, being such a nice person and so empathetic, what I did, I found for her a place to live. I actually found a counselor for her and her three children. I did so much for her. I gave her a job. I mean, I helped her move. I found a lawyer, a free lawyer for her to help her with her abusive husband. And what do you think? 2 weeks after, she went back to him. And after she went back to him, she didn't want to speak to me no more, because I intruded in their experience. They were the couple, and at that moment I didn't know that I shouldn't be interfering. I mean, they were living their life. It was their development. They were in each other's life for a reason, and they were in each other's life for already, I think, 17 years or something. So who am I to come and decide, okay, you need my help and I'm going to help you right now? I want you to understand it. This is important. Even though she was crying to me and she was like, "Oh, I don't know what to do. I have nowhere to sleep. My children, they have this bad father in their life, and this and this and this." Right now, if somebody would come to me, I would tell, you want to do a consultation? I mean, we can go over it. We can, like there must be a reason you are in this relationship. Before I was like, "Oh, let me do it. Let me fix this for you." So allow people to live their lives and experience their experiences and grow, develop on their own. If a woman is with a man that is abusive, there is a reason. Now you need to think, why is it bothering you? I mean, do you experience something similar that you want to help, or what? I mean, I mean, why was it bothering me? I know why it was bothering me at that time, because I felt like I was trapped in my routine. Okay, so that's first. The second one is, when you are trying to help others, you are avoiding your life. Why are you avoiding your life? What is occupying your mind right now that you could not? Um, why do you think that you could not help yourself and fix your issues, that you are so busy with helping others? What is what is right now? What is holding you from solving your own kind of problems? Find that reason. There must be something. Like, I will tell you, I wanted to help others when I didn't know how to help myself. Like, I was so stuck. Like, I didn't know what to do. And when I helped others, I felt good. I felt like I was helping myself somewhat. So that's what you need to do. You need to find out what holds in your life. And trust me, once you will figure out what to do in your life, once you will move on in your life, all these people that need help will fall off. Then you need to find out what kind of satisfaction you're getting from advising others. What are you getting from these situations? Why do you enjoy advising others or helping others? What does it give you? Are you feeling like you're in control? Are you feeling like you're helping others, so you're important? Are you earning love like this, or do you feel like they wouldn't love you and need you if you're not helping them? I had that in my life for some time. Do you feel like you are becoming a better person when you're helping others? Like, what is that benefit that your mind gets every time you do something for others? There must be something. Trust me. I'm telling you, there must be something. I know that for a fact. Another exercise. Well, this is actually a very good exercise that you need to do. You need to write down the advice that you want to give to others, or the help that you want to provide to others. I was doing this exercise for a year and a half myself. So I had a little notebook. I actually was writing gratitudes on one side, and on the other side, I was writing how would I help this or that person in a particular situation, and what kind of advice would I give. I was One of my mentors told me to do that, and I was doing this. I'll tell you why. I was super empathetic, and I wanted to help others all the time. Like, problems of others were really bothering me. I felt like I was doing my life better just by helping others. And it was a huge no. Like, it was really, I had no time or energy to focus on myself because I was so invested in others and their problems. So when my mentor told me to not to tell people what I advise them or how I want to help them, but to write it down and then reread it, that's what I started to do. So I would write every single time. Like, for example, I remember very well when I was on the bus, and this lady, she was very old and she wanted to sit, but nobody would give her a place. What I would do, I would ask somebody to kind of give a place to an old lady. If I'm not sitting myself, if I would sit, and I would get up, obviously. This time I didn't do it. I just let it be. And when I came to work, I was going to work. I basically wrote down what would I do if I would I would probably ask somebody to give her a seat, or like I wrote it down. Um, then I remember I had a client, and she came and she started complaining about her son. He was like taking advantage of her. So instead of me telling her what I would do, that I would tell her son to get off her back and get a job and start living his own life, I actually wrote it down. And I know why the situations were appearing in my life, because I actually felt like this sometimes in my life. I felt like maybe some people were abusing me. I mean, I was given all mine into their problems, and then I felt like they were abusing me. It was very strange. But so I started writing down every single time when I wanted to help somebody or I wanted to give advice. And at the end of the day, before going to sleep, I will reread it. I would read it, and I was very surprised to see that those advice and those solutions would benefit me. Because just like my client, I would benefit from telling some people to back off and to get a life and stop kind of being in my life and taking advantage of my kindness, so to say. You see, I wanted to help her because I didn't know how to do it myself. I didn't know. Once I I wrote it down and I read it. I started looking at it differently. I was like, okay, so if I'm telling her to do it, why couldn't I do it myself? I mean, it's much easier to advise, obviously, to complete stranger than to do it myself and to tell myself to do it. And I had that whole book written with advice that was very sufficient for me, that was needed for me at that moment, at those times. Actually, sometimes I even reread it to remember that. Right now, I don't even have that habit to advise anybody anything. I mean, I frankly don't care. Not like I don't care, but I know that I believe in people's strengths. I know that they can do it on their own, that they don't need me with my advice and my help to pull themselves out of some kind of situation. And I know that they will, if they need my help, they will ask for it. I know that I believe and I know that they have enough power in them to voice their kind of their needs. So overall, I would say that helping others is a no. You can throw rotten tomatoes in me, but no. Usually, we help others when we think that people are weak and they need our help. Now, if you are masculine, at least you're getting some kind of development and satisfaction out of it. If you're a feminine woman and you're trying to become feminine, it's a big no-no for you. You need to stop with helping others. You can do other things. You can encourage, inspire. If you didn't watch the dialogue from Thursday, Become an Muse, watch that to be much better. Inspiring a person to be stronger is much more beneficial, much more powerful than helping them to solve their issues. Um, Now, and if you continue helping, you will be surrounded by these people, and at one point you will be like, my God, why I only have weak men in my life? Why I only have weak, unsuccessful friends in my life? Why I have like so? You see, the problem will be not in them. The problem will be in you. This is your pattern. You are so used to helping others that you're just not attracting anybody who can just who can cater to themselves. Uh, so yeah, and this is what I wrote. Focus on yourself and stop playing God. This is very important. Trust me. I work with a lot of people, and most people that are helping others, they're basically just trying to become. They're trying to be important. They feel important. They feel empowered, and that's what helping others gives them. Remember also that men do grow in caring for others and helping others, but it will get tiring if the others are not trying to help themselves as well. Women that depend on men like this and depend on others, not only women, but everybody who depend on others and who need constant help from others and who could not voice their need for help and who couldn't do some kind of energy exchange are in a childish position. So you're basically a grown-up child that could not cater to yourself for yourself. A child needs help. A child needs assistance because they just physically couldn't do it for their own for themselves. But a grown-up person should be able to cater to themselves. For example, I was going to stay in one country, so I asked a friend of mine to find me an apartment. Now, he helped me with the apartment. I didn't end up going there, but he helped me with the apartment. He found it actually for me. But it gave him some kind of satisfaction. I mean, that's a different story, but he didn't have to do it. I would have done it for myself. I was able to find an apartment, but I mentioned it to him, and he's like, let me look, maybe I'll find, maybe not. He did found it. I was very grateful, even though I didn't end up staying there, but I still was very grateful, and he felt good about himself. But I could have done this for myself. I was not energetically pressuring him. You must understand that helping. Why he was helping me, because I was not energetic pressuring him. He was doing it on his own, and and this is important. Now, if you will be constantly depending on others, expecting help, or you wanting to help others, you will create energetic pressure. Your energy will be like this, and you remember your energy needs to be staying like this, neutral and always constant. Okay, this is on helping. Now, there is another point when helping others is charity. You will ask me, well, so then what? Not to volunteer, not to do any kind of charity? No, you can do volunteering, you can do charity, but do it for right reasons. I live in Miami, and I have some, well, not some, I have quite a few very wealthy ladies in my acquaintance. And some of them, they're doing charity for a particular reason. They feel useless kind of in life. So they feel like when they're helping others, they contributing to life. I mean, that's obviously, they for the most part, they're very masculine. So it benefits them somehow. Um, Now, if you are doing charity because you want to be such a good person, you want to feel good about yourself, I mean, this is probably a wrong reason. If you want to do charity, then do it for a natural cause, like nature or animals or something, or children. Do something substantial. Like, for example, I have a friend, he's contributing to higher education in underdeveloped countries. So he's choosing a few students every year, and he pays for their university education. He never, they don't know who is paying for that. He never speaks about this. He just doing it, and he says, I do it for my own satisfaction. I feel good that I'm doing this. He's not hiding that. So you can do something like that, but as long as you're not doing to kind of for your ego to feel empowered, that would be wrong. Also, when you're doing some kind of charity, don't do it because you are better than the others, or you feel that you have more to give than the others, or that you are stronger or something like that. You will make people feel very weak. You won't feel right about the people. You can feel something like, you should feel something like, okay, these are my resources, this is what I can bring to the society, others can bring something else. You must remember, it's always an equal exchange. Okay, so that's it on the help. And if you have questions, ask. Let me just sum it up. Overall, helping others is a no. If you will go to like developed countries, people don't just offer their help right and left because they believe that everybody can cater for themselves and that's it. And I love it. I honestly love it. Now, even though I wouldn't mind, I mean, I love when somebody helping me also, but I know that I can cater to myself and I need to learn how to do it if in some situations I don't know how to do it. So remember that most of the time we want to help, not because we really want to help, but because it's imprinted in our mind since childhood. So don't help because somebody was telling you you need to help others to become a better person. Remember that we're helping others um, for a few reasons, either to get some energy, to get some satisfaction, because we don't know how to help ourselves, and earning something. So either love or attention or something else from others. We just don't believe that we could be loved for just because. Now, our conscience is selfish. So even if you think that you are helping because you are such a nice person, you're getting something out. Remember that. Remember that you never helping because just to help. You never do that. Trust me. When we're helping others, we're creating energetic pressure. So try to avoid that, or help, but in the right way. So you can help only when you're asked, and not just like seriously asked. Like with me, can like when my clients are writing to me, Anastasia, I do really need to have a consultation with you when you are available. They're asking me, they're asking me for help. They are not like, oh, like they're not complaining, and then I'm helping them out of nowhere. I wouldn't. I will only help when they ask me. So you help only when you're asked, when you're somehow compensated. It doesn't have to be through money. I mean, money is the easiest energy exchange, but it could be something else. Even if it's like a really, really serious thank you, serious gratitude, you will get some of the energy back. Don't hang in the situation. If you help others, help and move on. uh, Make sure you take all your energy back from the situation. Like after every my consultation, I take my energy back. I fill up the person with the energy. I neutralize the energy, but after that, I take the excess energy to myself, not to create the energetic pressure. Um, uh, Remember, if you are helping somebody, that means you're trying to help yourself in some point. So if you're helping your friend to find their partner, deeply inside you also need help finding the partner. Realize that that if somebody is asking you for particular help, that situation is also important for you. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in your life. Also remember that you, when you are helping somebody, you putting yourself above the other person, and you're not the god. So don't do that. Everybody is equal. Just imagine you have only people that never needs help. How would you feel? You feel great. I mean, you have this powerful kind of confident people around you. You will feel amazing that your surrounding is like this. I mean, it's great. I mean, I know people like this and I feel like very confident around them. Instead of having people that are constantly whining and they need constant kind of advice or help, you always feel kind of weird around them. Even though you feel in control and powerful, that power is very doesn't have a strong ground. So remember also that you could not advise and help your parents or anybody else if you don't have above conditions. You can advise and help only your own children until the age of maturity. So once they are mature in the system of life, they're independent adults, and you have no right to give them advice or help without them asking you and somehow compensating. Again, compensation could be just a thank you. It doesn't have to be money or something else. And don't forget that you can help and advise only on what is your expertise. On your opinions are not your expertise. Like me, I can give my opinion on making pancakes, but I truly don't know how to make pancakes. So this will be just an opinion. I'm not going to charge people money for telling them how to make pancakes because I really don't even know how to make them. All right, how to get over this situation, because obviously this is not normal, and ideally you shouldn't be having anybody in your life asking you for help. So you need to understand that everybody in this life is experiencing their development. Allow them to have this. Allow them to have this life. Allow them to have this experience. Allow them to live the life as they want. And remember, if they're in some kind of dire situation, they do want it. It's not because, oh, poor them, they need help. No, they want it and they're satisfied with that. And they really get some kind of pleasure out of it, even if they're in an abusive relationship, even if they're completely unfortunate, if they're not doing nothing about it, that means that they're satisfied. So leave them be and focus on yourself. Now, instead of focusing on them, you should kind of look into why are you avoiding your life and occupying your thoughts with thoughts of helping others. Like where do you feel stuck that you want to help others instead of helping yourself? Where are you craving help yourself, kind of? So once you will find that, all those people that need help probably will disappear from your life. Now, another thing that you need to look into is what satisfaction are you receiving from helping and advising others? What is that really drives you? What is that you're craving so much when you help others and they're like, oh, thank you very much. I don't know what I would do without you. Is it that's the feeling that you want, that you feel so empowered? Oh, yes, I'm such a god. Or what? I mean, what is there that there must be some kind of satisfaction? If you say that there is no satisfaction, that's not true. Admit to yourself what kind of satisfaction are you looking for and find a way to give it to you differently. And do this exercise for at least a month. Write down every single advice and every help that you want to give to give others. Write it down somewhere in a notebook or maybe in the notes in your phone, and then reread it. And that advice and that help you need at this moment for maybe not the same situation but something similar. You will see. I was doing it for a year and a half, and trust me, every single advice that I wanted to give was very suitable for me at that moment, and you will be surprised. So yeah, that's basically it. Focus on yourself and stop playing God. How do you take your energy back? I take my energy back from this person and all the situations connected to him or her. The energy gets purified and comes back to me. You need to repeat it at least 3 times. You can take it from the person, from the situation. You need to take it from the locations that you've been. the places that you lived in, the hotels that you stayed in, from everywhere and from everybody all the time. If you live with the partner, you need to take energy constantly, because you don't want to be hanging in that energy all the time. Your energy should be within your aura. And when your energy is not within your aura, you feel weak, you feel unbalanced, you feel chaotic. Um, okay, so if you have questions, ask. I'm going to answer one question. And talking about the chaotic energy, I'm going to start energy alignments on the 7th of June. So if you any of you need, let me know. June 7th, the start. Okay, the question is, so maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, I did a dialogue on, do you have it in you to become a gold digger? So the question relates to that dialogue. If there is a guy I'm definitely not interested in but wants my company, yet I don't like spending time with him, and he reaches out always, is it worth asking him for things? I'm not going to give him my energy because I don't want to spend time with him. Do I just ignore him? Okay. The dialogue was about how to become a gold digger. Not everybody wants to be a gold digger. Not everybody has the capacity to be one. If you want to, you can watch the dialogue. Like me, for example, I don't have energy to be one. So, but you are not interested in this guy and in his company because his energy is not on your level or a little above. Usually, we want to be with people that energy is higher than ours. And the higher it is, the more higher it is, the more we want to be with them. So right now, his energy is somewhere over here, probably. If you don't want to, maybe over here, I'm not sure. Now, if he will start giving you something, he'll start contributing to your life, his energy will raise up, because he will be giving you some energy, and like he will go up. Your perception of him will go up, so to say. So maybe if you will ask him for something, he will feel more empowered, so his energy will go up, he will feel stronger, more confident, and you will start admiring him. Now it's really up to you. Like I'm a person energy of water, so I get influenced by others, I get bothered. Thanks God, in my life I only have men that I admire, um like fortunate like that. But if I don't like somebody, I would find out why I don't like that person, why he's in my life. Like, what is the reason? Like, why is the person who has less energy than me is in my life, especially if he's a man? If it is a man, he has to be someone at least on my level or higher. Am I feeling intimidated by a man that has stronger energy? Will I be even able to socialize with men that have stronger energy than mine? It is very important to understand, if I would draw men into my life that are weaker than me, that would be a serious kind of alarm for me. I would seriously have to look into this, because I I can't understand why would that happen. So what would I do if that would happen? If the guy is persistent, I would give him a chance. I would give him a chance to do something for me. So I mean, why not? Why not to mention? Maybe he does want to do something for you. Allow him his development. Remember how I always said that men do like doing something. They do like giving. They like to feel this kind of power within them. So why not to give him this opportunity? I don't think he will ask you for your time if he will give you a gift or something like that. But who knows? Maybe your perception of him will change. Maybe you will start seeing him as something more than just an annoyance, an annoying acquaintance that wants your attention constantly. Think about that. Usually, we don't like particular guys because they don't have enough energy, and we're not. Why you don't want to meet with him? Because you don't have motivation. Because there is no more energy. You see, when a person has more energy than you want to be with them because you know you will have some of that energy. When a person has less energy, you're like, well, why? I mean, I will have to contribute the energy. So your consciousness is not motivated to go down because you will have to contribute, and as a woman, you will feel like, what is wrong? What am I doing? It is not right. So that's basically it. Now, if he is giving you something, then he's contributing with the energy. You will be more motivated. You will look at him completely different. But again, don't confuse having admirers and being a gold digger. When in the video, a gold digger is a woman that is in masculine energy, and she has men that are providing for her on a masculine level. So she basically makes a contract with them, and they contribute. So there's nothing wrong, but I don't think feminine woman can pull it off. Feminine woman can be a kept woman. That's a little different. That's a woman that a man takes care of, just because he enjoys her company, just because she gives him peace and like calmness. I mean, uh, a gold digger is a little different. These are usually women energy of air or fire. Um, they just it is different. It's not the same. I don't think your question has anything to do with really being a gold digger. It's different. Your question is about whether you should ask or not ask. But I think every man deserves some kind of opportunity if he is persistent, if he really wants to do something for you. I would give him the opportunity. I would, because it's good for his development, it's good for your development. You can start seeing that men are really appreciating you, they are really giving you, they are really contributing to your life. You will start having a different perception of masculinity overall around you. It will change it, and the men around you will change. You will start drawing more men into your life, men that are more powerful, that are stronger, they're more confident, mm, that are giving, and overall it will be completely different experience. Okay. Okay, there's another question. I don't know answer it or not. If you have any questions, we could look here on TikTok. I hope I inspired you to stop helping others whether they ask you or not. And next time somebody will ask you to help, you'll remember that they'll no. And next time you think that somebody needs help, you'll remember that they're living their life, they're developing on their own, and you just need to kind of let them be. And if you want to help them in that particular matter, maybe you need the help in similar matter yourself. You see, on TikTok, they're writing to me that I'm wrong with helping others. People seldom take advice. They do what they want. Yeah, of course, because it's their life. They should. That's why when you get some kind of energy exchange, people will think twice whether they should ask for help or not. And when they will get the advice, they will value it because they give some energy back. But when somebody is just constantly trying to stick the advice in every situation, I mean, people stop listening to them. I'm telling you, I know that. I like even when I worked in finance, my advice was valuable because I was not throwing it around like that. I was giving it only to my clients, only to my good clients, um, and only when I knew that they needed it. I wouldn't be just like, "Hey, maybe you need to invest in this stock market just because I think it is." I mean, unless they really need to, like, I see that their portfolio is not performing well, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe they have some kind of life changes. Then I'm giving them advice, but I'm not going to change it just because I want my portfolio to grow faster, and so I would I would make sure that I will tell them to change to switch their portfolio. Remember, it is you're much more valuable when you are not very available to everybody else. But the main point here is um, it's not about really what other people would think about you, whether they need you or not. It's about why do you so much want to help others? Why does it give you satisfaction? You always need to look inside yourself. I mean, like me personally, I wanted to help others because I felt like if I help others, others will help me. Maybe not this particular person, but somebody will come and save me and help me. And this was wrong. Instead of me helping others, I should have just from the beginning focused on myself, on my priorities, and then I wouldn't be expecting anybody else to help me. That would be a much better and much stronger approach. And but if you are not like me, if you are a masculine woman or a man, and you do want to help others, then find what is that satisfaction that you are receiving from it, from this kind of behavior. What are you getting out of catering to others? If Yeah, it's good to develop, but overall people don't do it to develop. They do it for either to to satisfy their ego, to feel better. Now, why do you need to feel better? You don't feel like you're good enough already. Like there is a lot of things I would ask if somebody would come and like, oh, I love helping others. um, I would think I have a lot of questions to ask, and I do. Trust me, everybody who likes to help others, they have some kind of traumas they need to work on. All right. Anyways, that's it on helping others. I think that's more than enough. Those who need it, they heard me. Those who didn't need, they will hear me another time. So I'm going to do another dialogue on Tuesday, and this is what I'm going to talk about. Since I'm a Reiki master, I work with energy. I thought that I will do a dialogue on angels and archangels. Maybe it is not for everybody, but I am an energy worker, so I have to cover this subject at one point. And whether you believe in it or not, but we live in a multidimensional world, and besides us there are other dimensions, and there are other creatures, and we can get help from them, as we can get help from people. And it would be maybe even more energetically correct to get help from them, from higher developed beings, than from people that are here with us on this earth. So I'm going to do, and I will tell you about the main archangels, and how you can get help from them. So if you, I mean, as I said, it's not for everybody, but I think it would be a good topic to cover, especially if you are interested in energy yourself. What is Reiki energy? Reiki, it's not the Reiki is just the name. Reiki master. Energy is all the same, but Reiki master is the person who channels the energy through themselves, pure energy. Well, it could be energy practitioner, Reiki practitioner. Not doesn't have to be master. I'm just master because I went through all the levels, and I get to the highest point, you can say. But you don't have to be a master to channel the energy. Keep vibing. The universe is a brighter place when you are doing your thing. Oh my God, this is so nice. Thank you. And on YouTube, great presentation. Anastasia, love it. What is your favorite energy drink? I actually don't drink energy drinks because they make me hyper. I don't drink. I think the most energetic drink I drink is coffee sometimes, or tea. That's it, really. I don't do nothing else. All right. If there are no more questions, I'll meet you on Tuesday, same place, same time. We're going to talk about archangels. You have lots of energy. I do. You have a lot of energy too. Everybody has a lot of energy. It just I know how to keep my energy inside, how to keep my energy within my aura. A lot of people, most of the people, keep their energy all over the place. In some people, in some situations, in some places, in the future, in the past, and this is not wrong. Energy should be within your own aura. Then you will be truly powerful, truly grounded, and you will be able to empower yourself and others, and solve your issues, and develop. Um, where are you from? From Miami. You have a nice accent. Thank you very much. Well, originally I'm from Eastern Europe. Okay. I think I told a lot of secrets about myself, but I'm glad that you are interested in the energy topic. Energy is actually important, and when you learn how to channel it, how to keep it within yourself, you become truly unbothered and extremely powerful. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this because I know that I spent many years of my life when my energy was all over the place, and thanks God it changed, And you see, I'm happy that that I came to this by myself. If somebody would be helping me, constantly helping, I probably would never develop to where I am right now. So again, no helping. don't help don't help anybody. All right, that's it. I will see you on Tuesday at the same time here. We're going to talk about angels and archangels. Bye, YouTube. Bye, TikTok.